episode of DIY Off-Grid Cabin. It's middle of January, but it's 70 degrees outside, which is really, really weird, but we're going to take advantage of it. So right now we're on the trail heading up to the cabin, and today we're going to be trying to put some of the siding on, and also, if I have a little bit of time, try to get the doors and maybe start on the windows, get those installed. So it's supposed to rain later, but right now we're going to take advantage of the weather. What we need is just something to set it on. Wow. Ease up a little on you. Wood. All right, well, the back of the house is sided. I need to caulk the seams up there and then cut the excess off the sides. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's a little, nothing's perfect when you're building, just to be honest, but so we wanted the siding obviously to be level and the lines to match up perfectly, so we're just going to do a little cut on either side, and then once we trim it out you'll never be able to tell, but there's a little bit of unevenness to the whole thing. Alright, well, that's it for the siding. It is done. So I'm pretty happy about that. I didn't think I was going to be able to actually do any of this today because it was supposed to rain and there's a high wind warning coming, so I want to make sure this tarp's strapped down real good, but got all the siding on. It looks pretty good. So now it's pretty dark in here. The wall's on. Nice and solid now. All right, so this is the door we picked out. Obviously, once it's painted, it'll be a different color, but it'll open to the right. Makes sense with this. It's a 32-inch door. Thought about going with a 36, but it might look too big, so I figured this would look nice. It's got like a nice little shaped glass with metal inlay, so it should look nice. A little more light in the cabin. It wasn't too bad. We got a good deal on it. Now we're going to install that, or attempt to. All right, now we can see if I cut the opening to the right size. We're just going to test fit it right now. I'm going to have to build up the jam on the bottom just a little bit. Good thing is it fits. All right, well, we got the door kind of put in place. Just use a few screws around the outer perimeter kind of hold it there, then we'll shim it out. It's gonna be dark in here, you'll see. Basically just need to cut some shims, some wood to fill those gaps. Then we'll put some screws in, and then whatever else doesn't get filled will get filled with foam. The main thing is, especially where the hinges are, you want one long screw. Take a screw out of the hinge, a couple of the middle ones out. Place it with longer screws for security. And then the plate right here, where the hardware is going to be, well, obviously make sure that's fastened to these two 2x4s. That actually went in pretty easy. Well, the rain's here. Got the door on just in time. Got the shims laid in there. The door is nice and secure. So that's where I'm going to stop for today. It started raining pretty good, so tomorrow I will start with more windows. All right, back this morning. Rained all night. It's dried out. It's colder today. But so today I'm going to finish. Yesterday we got the door all in. Today I'm going to finish getting this window in, and then I'm going to start with the moon window up here. Alright, so that window is done. Now I'm gonna try to do this half moon window up here. So I got the little window in up there. I ended up taking the bars out of it because the siding, the line in the siding isn't exactly in the center, and it didn't match up with the bars, so to me it didn't look good. So even though the window is centered, now it looks better without the bars in it. So the half circle window is in. Now I'm going to create a little bit of a frame under the front porch here, and the reason I'm doing that is, you can see, I've got a 2x6 here, and this is a 2x4, and the ceiling will actually fit up inside of here and then give that gap right there, and then there'll be plywood on top of it for the floor in the loft, and then this will be insulated right here. The cavity, the 4-inch cavity will be insulated. So now I'm going to work on that now. So here's what it looks like from the inside. Here's the window. And this is the top porch now, which is now framed in. So you can see I've got these perfect little channels here. I'm going to lay the insulation. Then I'm going to put OSB on top of this. That'll be the surface, the finished surface, because you won't see it, and this is just going to be storage up here. Needs to be higher. You take like a step ladder. All right. That looks gonna work.
Yeah, that would be twisted.
Or not.
Yeah.
Take two. it up here. Fits pretty good. That's hard to see. You can kind of see it's all framed out. Obviously, when we finish the ceiling and the walls, we'll come out with a way to finish off this wall. This will make a nice storage area. Probably be too hot to sleep up here in the winter. Too hot in the summer too, for that matter. But it's gonna be about it for today. Tomorrow we'll get the windows, the rest of the windows cut in, and all the insulation in the walls, and that should wrap it up for a little bit. All right, it's bright and early. Beverly Hillbillies have arrived with insulation and windows. So the big plan today, we're gonna get 4 more windows installed on the sides of the cabin, kind of get a final figure out exactly where we want to put the windows and get them cut and framed in. Haven't decided yet. Might want to add 1 more to the back. If that's the case, then I'll have to order it, but we're going to take a look at that. Alright, so we cut our windows out. We're going to put them at 42 inches. So we marked the line 42 inches on the wall. I made this little template. Now it's dark in here, but no electricity. Gotta make sure it's centered in the window. So traced template on the wall. I'll probably first cut out the tie back out of the way. Where our window will be. Got a pilot hole set. We got a little more light, so we're going to go ahead and take a slight break on the windows and work on insulating the other cavities. So these come in 93-inch lengths. I don't need quite that much. 85 inches is where I need them. So we're going to have to trim these from 93. Make sure it's at 85. Mark. This is R13, which is about the best you can get for a 2x4 wall. Probably do better with spray foam, but it is fiberglass. You don't want to get it on your skin, otherwise you'll be itching. Do we want to stay for it? Install insulation, you don't want it to be compressed, otherwise it won't do its job. So we're just going to set it in here. You do not have to staple this, but if you do, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either face staple it, or you can staple it just on the inside of the 2x4, which is what I would recommend, because if you're doing drywall or other kind of wall coverings, you don't want to block the 2x4, sometimes the staples can push out a little bit. So I might just put just a couple staples on each one just to keep it from falling out, but it's optional. And that's how we want it to look for each one. All right, so back to windows. So the windows that we have, like I said, they're just a cheaper single pane window, and they have this flange right here. And then what I'm using to seal them up is butyl tape. And it's actually a little overkill for this application, but I know it won't leak and it'll work good and it'll stay pliable. So I'm just gonna lay a strip of this on the back of here, and then anywhere where the siding has a little inset, I'll put some caulking in there or double this up. But this will work really well, and then we'll just screw it into the frame, and then we'll trim out and frame the windows from the inside. There's how it looks trimmed out. Looks really nice. And now what I'll do is I'll go outside, put more screws in, hold it into the frame. And then we have to build the outer frame that goes on top of that, just like on the front. If I was better at this, I wouldn't have to go back over it with my finger, but I like really pushing it down in the gap. The reason I'm caulking the windows and all the trim this much, as you can see, I'm using non-pressure treated wood, so I really don't want water getting behind it. And obviously it'll be painted to protect it. You just have to, it just takes a little more care. Every couple of years, check on the paint, see if it needs touched up, if it's starting to weather in any places. All right, well, I just finished up the insulation, except for where we're gonna put the last window. So I had to order another one. I wanted a window on the back here. This is gonna be probably the kitchen area. The wood stove will be over here. Go up through the roof, be a kitchen area. The sink area here. So it'll be nice to have a window to look out. And besides that, probably be, you know, some seating arrangements here, couch or whatever. Up in the corner would be the bed over there. So it's big in here, but it's coming along. All right, so that's where I'm gonna end the video for today. Like I said, I'm happy with the amount we got done over the last couple days. Seems like just a minute ago there was no walls, and now it's completely framed in. Got all the sheathing on. Be excited to get a roof on it. That way I can be sure everything's gonna be dry. Never know what could happen to this tarp, but here she is. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And be sure to subscribe to see all the new videos on the DIY budget cabin build. Until next time, we'll see you later.